not pleased with something you or your team did? And then to follow up with that, what was the exact situation? How did you recover from that?
Yeah. So I worked at a resort for a couple of months, and there was a patron who, unfortunately, we did not know that they had certain food requirements. And so halfway through the week, we found out that this person had been living off of granola bars because we weren't aware of their needs. And so that was big, problem on our side. So we went to all the nearest grocery stores and bakeries, and we found certain foods that this customer could eat, and we went out of our way to really fulfill their needs so that they wouldn't have to, have that problem anymore during their vacation. And after that, we received, roaring reviews, and they were so grateful that we took the initiative to really cater to their needs.
Awesome. I'm sure they're very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Granola bars for a week.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty tough. All right, can you give me an example of a time when you successfully persuaded one of your peers to change their minds, and then to follow your recommendations, and then to follow up with that? What was that specific situation, and what were the results from that?
Yeah, absolutely. This is also a really good question. I, for one of my classes actually in college, we made a blog, and for my blog idea, I decided to do a blog of me rating certain recipes, and I would take. So, for example, I found the best pumpkin chocolate chip recipe on the internet, and I made 5 different pumpkin chocolate chip cookie recipes, and I found the best one. I had everyone, test them, and then we found the best recipe. And so from that, I was really able, obviously, I did the research, and I tried the product, and I was able to find, the best result. And so I definitely persuaded my peers in that way. And now all of us that is our go-to pumpkin chocolate chip cookie recipe, so.
Okay. Just give me a moment.
No worries.
Fantastic, man. I would like to try some of those cookies too. All right, Mickey, can you share a time when you were able to directly attribute your probing skills to solve a problem with a difficult customer?
Yes. This is a good question. So once, there was a customer, a patron actually, who they were needing specific information for a research project they were doing. And as a circulation aide in the library, I know basic researching skills. So I started to research their question, and I was helping them find, answers to that. And I got to the point where I found out I couldn't help them anymore. So I then researched the exact librarian they would need who was over their specific topic that they were looking for, and I was able to put them in contact with the person who is like essentially the expert on their subject. And later the person came back and told me that they got an A on their paper. So I know that through that process of like really searching for an answer with them and helping them, they were able to receive really good results. So.
Awesome. All right, Mickey, tell me about a time when you identified a new or unusual or different approach for addressing a problem or task at your job. And then to follow up with that, how did you come to this solution, and what was the outcome?
Yeah, so at this resort I worked at, I was given the task of, they had a certain menu that they used all through the summer every single week, and they were realizing that one of their desserts wasn't up to scratch, and they really were looking for something to replace it. And so I was able to find a replacement. I did some research, and I found a couple different recipes, and I tried them, and we found a recipe that really hit home with a lot of people, and I was able to help them up their numbers and their like product and their purchases. And so I was able to help them out in that way by finding that recipe for them.
So what was the recipe?
It was for lemon bars, actually.
pretty good lemon bars?
Yeah, they were delicious.
And that sounds good too. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mickey, for that. Okay. So, Mickey, why do you feel like you should be considered for this position?
That is an excellent question. I feel like I should be considered for this position because I am, one, qualified. I have a lot of experience with customer service, and I make it my motto to get the patron above and beyond of where they were before. So I know that I'd be qualified to help your customers, get their needs fulfilled and get them where they need to be. And also, I'm incredibly self-motivated, and I'm also a team player, so I know that I could work well with any team, and I could complete any project you needed me to complete. So for those reasons, and many more, I definitely think that I'd be a good fit for your team and company.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mickey. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you what would your perfect fit candidate be for this position? What are you as a company looking for this position?
Yeah, great question, Mickey. Thanks. Well, obviously, we want someone that's experienced, someone that's been able to do this before in the past, in whatever role it was, and then has been able to go above and beyond their role to please customers, to bring value to the team, and to help the company grow in whatever aspect they can. And it seems that that's something that you've been able to do. So I commend you for coming to the interview with those aspects ready and prepared. But yeah, we're just looking for an experienced member that can elevate the value that we already have here.
Excellent. And one more question.
Yeah.
What do you like about working at this company?
Oh, great question. Definitely the culture. I know a lot of people say that, it may sound cliche, but we are a family here. I know that we show up at 8 o'clock and we leave at 5, but it goes beyond that. We watch each other's backs. We're making sure that everyone has food on their tables and that they're taken care of.
Yeah.
And that familial aspect really was a draw for me, and that's why I'm still here 20 years later.
Absolutely.
No reason for me to leave when you have great family members like this with you all day long.
I love that. I honestly, with that definition, I definitely feel like I'd be a great fit for this company, and I hope you consider me.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Mickey. Any other questions?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, you have a great day. We'll be in touch shortly.
Thank you so much. Oh gosh.
Oh, did that not record?
No, it did. It's still recording.